This is my recap and reaction to the RV trip from season 8 of Sister Wives, the one where there are multiple meltdowns and Christine and Kody fight about his friend Ken. At the start of the episode, it's frantic. They're going to fit this whole family in 2 little RVs and head to see their old house, Christine's mom, and a polygamous family in Utah called the Colliers, who rumor has it are courting a new wife. But right before they leave, Kody can't find the sewer hose. He finds one. Janelle's like, "Aw, great. Tensions are already high and we haven't left the driveway." Awesome. So their first stop is at the pawn shop that Mykelti eventually worked at, actually, but at this point, she had not. So they're going to ask Chris, Kody's friend, to lend them money for My Sister Wife's closet, of all things. OMG, run, Chris. Do not lend them money for that destined for failure business. And they're not looking for 10 grand or something. They're looking for $50,000 to $100,000. Is that weird to just me? Just casually walk into a pawn shop hey, can I have 50 grand? Anyways, the friend's okay, we'll work it out. And then they have this weird scene when something about Kody and his plans about where he's going to sleep, and this is creating tension that they play off as kind of funny, which is something they used to tend to do. When things got tense, they would kind of laugh about it. And Kody says, "Listen, you don't want me to get to a place where I don't give a you-know-what." And the next day, they're at the old Lehi house that is currently being renovated because of water damage. Apparently there was a leak in that house. And ultimately, Kody is asking people, "Is this weird for you? Is this weird for you?" And Christine says, "I just don't want to talk about it. I'm ready to go." She's just ready to leave. She doesn't want to be there a lot. So this is a clue that we maybe didn't pick up on, that maybe things weren't good for her in that house. When she lived in the basement, she's ready to escape from there so fast. And I can understand, yeah, it is weird that she was the only wife in the basement. I wouldn't have felt good either, and God knows how many arguments and stuff happened in that house too. And then they visit Maddie, who is in college at Utah State University at that time. She's lonely, but she won't admit it to Kody. I don't think that, she ended up finishing her degree for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, Kody is giving her a heart-to-heart in the RV while giving her groceries. I mean, I've never seen him act so involved with any of the other daughters on the show, honestly. It's just clear to me that Maddie was or is, or I guess sadly, their relationship isn't the same now, but at least was his favorite daughter. Then we learn, and Robyn haters are just gonna love this, that apparently they had these plans for Robyn's friends to meet up with them, but they canceled at the last minute. So now they're scrambling for something else to do and to film. Janelle says, "How about Ken Grant?" Apparently he's Kody's best childhood friend, but it is clear that Christine hates Ken because of a text he had sent years ago about how Kody should divorce 3 wives to be saved. So, do we think Ken is happy Kody is monogamous now? Maybe. Maybe. Christine barges out of the RV and she's like, "I'm beyond pissed that we're going to see him. I deserve an apology." And Kody's like, "He's always inviting me to go boating, though." It's so weird that he's almost saying it's boating. Don't you understand? I want to go boating. Then they go pick up some of the kids that were at Kody's parents at the ranch. And basically, they all go see Old Faithful. It's a family-friendly moment. And at the end of the night, they all go to a picnic table, the adults, And Kody says that he did try to reach out to Ken, but he's not available. And Christine's like, oh, well, that's too bad. And Robyn and Meri just burst out laughing. They're laughing their heads off about this for some reason. And Kody whines about how Christine's ego is holding on too hard for this. Christine says, say you're somewhere else tonight. And Kody says, I'm with you, but I'll sleep on the couch. This is a weird public fight that's kind of like also funny. It's like a comedy act or something. All the other wives are laughing like literally this is a comedy set. Then they go on a picnic and Kody tells Gabriel that he will get $10 if he pulls out his tooth today. And they get pliers. They're like just doing it with like these probably dirty pliers. So interesting, right? And at the end of the episode, Christine and Kody have a sit down and Kody tries to explain that Ken was from his church where he grew up and that, you know, they have a bond and Christine is like, I would cut those people off. But Kody just isn't as offended and he feels like it would be emasculating for him to ask for an apology for his wife. I hate to say it, but I'm slightly Team Kody on this one. They're childhood friends and from Kody's old religion. So, you know, Ken's going to have a point of view and he's going to be straight up with Kody because they're childhood friends. It is slightly disrespectful what he said, but, you know, I don't know. I think in this case, I do agree with Kody that Christine maybe shouldn't be like fishing for an apology or something like that. But do I agree exactly with how Kody handled it? Absolutely not. I think in the next episode, he brings up Christine's PMS specifically and how it's affecting their relationship, which I honestly thought was so disgusting. It was crazy. And a lot of people on Reddit have, you know, anti-Kody feelings from this episode and think that Kody was treating Christine like a child and things like that. So it's a very polarizing episode. But more to come for the RV trip. They're gonna meet with the Colliers, a couple that they don't really know, but somehow they're making a home visit to. And the male Collier has 2 wives, and you know, fans always thought that there was a lot of animosity or hidden animosity between them, and it'd be interesting to see if they made it too, or if they added a wife, because you know, of course, Kody is like the king of polygamy at this point, and the guy's gonna ask for some advice, and it's interesting anyway. I love how sometimes on these trips they just visit fellow polygamists, and it's kind of interesting, their community, right? All right, guys, stick around for my other recap for the next episode soon when they go see the Colliers, and I'll be back soon with more Sister Wives content. Bye, guys.